joining us. I really appreciate it. I know there's a lot of Zoom conferences out there, but this seems to be the only way that we can communicate these days. So appreciate you taking the time and for choosing to spend it with us. I've got two lovely people here from Italy, my favorite peoples. And that's not a word, but I use it. Anarita Priya is the Director of Sales and Marketing for Casa Angelina on the beautiful Amalfi coast in Traiano. And over on the top left, we have Pierpaolo Toretti, and he is the General Manager of Therasia Resort in Sicily and Assistant Manager at Botania Relay and Spa in Ischia. I am going to let ladies go first and have Anarita start the presentation. So the screen is yours, Anarita.
So thank you, Tracy, and hello, everyone. As Tracy mentioned, thank you also from our end for taking the time to see us today. It's really important, especially now that you know, we cannot travel and come and see you as we used to do in the past with Tracy or at other travel trade events, to be able and update you on our property. So it's really a great opportunity for us. I'm going to share the screen, Tracy.
Please.
We are now going to the beautiful Amalfi coast. I'm sure that you all know how much we've been missing all our beloved American guests last year, and we are really hoping to be able to welcome them back as soon as we reopen, or at least during summer this year. I can honestly say that it was not summer on the Amalfi coast, and I think in Italy in general, with no Americans. So hopefully the situation will improve as soon as possible. Now, to give you, first of all, an overview on where we are, because it's very important also to understand where Casa Angelina is located. For those of you that may be familiar with the Amalfi coast, you may know that Positano and Amalfi are the major towns on the coast. Traiano is a small village. It's very authentic and very charming, and it's only 10 kilometers away from Positano, so 10 minutes by shuttle. And especially over the last couple of years, when Positano has been really crowded and overwhelmed with tourists, lots of people, also US clients, are looking at like staying somewhere which is more peaceful, more you know, close to the action of Positano, but away from the hustle and bustle. That's why Traiano finally has its place on the map. And as you can see here, we are Casa Angelina is right on the in the center of the village. It's perched on a cliff, and we are really there is a shortcut from the back entrance of the hotel, and in 2-3 minutes you are right in the center of the village. It's nothing too fancy. It's almost like going back to La Dolce Vita, very authentic, a few local restaurants, a couple of bars. To me, it really feels like the time has stopped by, and you cannot see the touristy crowds yet. We can take you with the shuttle from the hotel to Positano during the day, like from 9 in the morning until 11 in the evening. Anytime someone wants to go, we take them to Positano and back. So it's really you know, important to know that you can go to Positano whenever you wish, and then you come back to an oasis of peace and quiet. And for those that decide to rent a car from the airport, from Naples airport, it's also important to know that we have complimentary valet parking, which is sometimes very difficult to find and expensive on the Amalfi coast. You can see here that there is the pathway, direct access all the way down to the hotel. Now, Casa Angelina, what makes really makes the property really unique. It's not just the design, the style, but it's the position itself on the coast. You can see these amazing views. It's like a 180-degree view. Everywhere from the building, you can almost touch Positano. Praiano, in fact, in Greek, the name means open sea because it's really completely open. And all 38 rooms in the property, they all overlook the sea. So we have no rooms overlooking the back of the hotel. Now, what really makes Casa Angelina stand out and be so unique, if you compare it to very iconic properties that we have here in the area, like the beautiful San Pietro, Les Silenuse, is our concept of luxury. That is what we like to say, quiet luxury is understated, pure. And this concept was really very forward-looking when in 2005, one of the current owners, the founder, Mr. Cappiello, he wanted to achieve a dream that he had, and it was really to create a contemporary home. That's why we call it Casa, because in Italian it stands for home, and Angelina was named after his mother. So a contemporary home, of course, with the excellent 5-star services that you would expect from like a high-end boutique hotel, but still with a homely feel. And the contemporary decor, you know, this simple but refined elegance was something very you know, very awkward to do a few years ago, when here on the Amalfi Coast everyone has a lot of opulence, Italian grandeur, but nowadays it's getting, you know, it's something that has become very niche, and we have so many clients, especially our target clientele are mainly young couples. It's a honeymoon paradise. I like to say it's really the ultimate romantic getaway. We have a lot of people coming to stay with us for like special occasions, and this white on white color scheme that we have all over the property, with as you can see, these very bright windows, which are basically the frame to such a beautiful surrounding, make it really fresh. So a really nice and fresh environment. You know, sometimes simplicity is even more difficult to achieve and can be even more elegant than opulent designs. Now, in total, we have 38 rooms with 4 additional rooms on the beach level, which I'm going to show you. And in 2020, it was actually the year when we invested more in terms of renovations and additions. That's why now we are really eager, and we look forward to showing all this to our guests that couldn't join us last year. And so in terms of room categories, as you can see, they are divided into 8 room categories, and they are pretty much the same in terms of style, in terms of design. The main difference between them is really not just the size indoor, a few square meters, but it's mainly also the outdoor space. So we have rooms with a railing balcony and chaise longue, like the romantic rooms. We have larger ones, like the relaxing rooms, with a larger balcony and glass, with this glass that gives you the chance to look at the panorama even if you are lying on the sunbed. Going up to the higher room categories, where you have these 30 square meter terraces as well, and even the entry level ones, like the 2 classic rooms and the canopy ones, they all have they don't have a balcony, but they have these nice and airy windows. Now, last year, as I said, we did some changes, and one of these was really, the major one was has to do with rooms. We have merged together 2 sets of interconnecting, 2 sets of entry-level rooms, because especially from the US, we were getting a lot of demand for larger accommodations, and we created this new, what we call deluxe corner sea view rooms. They are almost like 2 apartments with a living room area, bedroom area. Both feature a balcony and a window. There is, as you can see, a nice and spacious bathroom with walk-in shower and bathtub. And we also had space to to create a walk-in closet. And the few guests that stayed there last year really appreciated the comfort and the concept of these rooms. Going down, so taking the elevator plus a pathway in the nature with around 250 steps, we go to what we call Odyssey experience rooms. There used to be, so they are dislocated from the main property. They used to be fishermen homes, and we have completely reconverted them into luxury accommodation. Like they're almost like private cottages within the hotel, premises, but they are secluded in the nature. Therefore, it's important. I mean, when you propose these rooms to your clients, it's important to let them understand that there are steps involved. The peculiarity of these rooms are the rock, like the fact that they are built into the rock. And it's 4 of them. We operate them from the 15th of May until the 15th of September because the weather conditions, being very close to the sea, need to be really, really good. And at the very end here, there is a club lounge where we serve breakfast in the morning. There is a butler service, so you can enjoy. Even most of the people that stay here, they choose them really to have a higher privacy level. We hardly see them in the main property. They really like to, you know, to be there and enjoy the quietness of that place. From here, maybe you can see, I can explain the logistics a little bit better because this is the main property here. Then you have the elevator that goes to more or less to this level. Unfortunately, we couldn't dig all the way down with the elevator because it's the Amalfi Coast. There is what we call UNESCO heritage, so it's really difficult to make big alterations. However, once you get to the rooms, then there are further steps, like 20, 30 steps, and you access the beach club, La Gavitella Beach Club. It's the area where we have a dedicated, dedicated area just for our guests. They can enjoy complimentary sunbeds, towels, umbrellas, and it's even if it's not owned by Casa Angelina, but there are all the comforts that you would expect from like a very local type of Mediterranean beach. And there is also another thing to mention that from La Gavitella Beach, there is a pier, so our guests can easily go by boat to Positano, or maybe take a half-day trip to Capri, which is very popular, to do like a little cruise along the coast. And to all the guests staying in the Odyssey rooms, we offer a complimentary one-way transfer by water taxi to Positano, so that if they want to go to Positano, they don't need to go all the way up and take the shuttle, but they can go directly from there. Now we go back to the main property. This is the pool area, and I'm sure that this picture really represents a little bit what we all imagine when we think about the Amalfi Coast. This lemon pergola is by the pool, and I tell you, especially when it's very, very warm, it's really, really pleasant to enjoy the sea breeze and breathe in the wonderful zesty scent coming from the lemons. So this is all the pool area. And in 2020, we've also redesigned all the outdoor space by the pool, as there was a lot of demand, mainly also from the US, of having a casual all-day dining restaurant. We used to have a bar with this, where we served salads and snacks, but now we have completely redone it. So there is the formal bar has been replaced by this beautiful Molteni kitchen, which is in Europe is one of it's like a diamond for chefs because it's customized. It's a beautiful luxury stove, and here there is also the possibility for the guests to interact with the chef. There is what we call the chef's table, and you can have a casual territorial meal during from 11 in the morning until midnight. We have 2 menus that change during the day, and it's definitely a very good alternative to the fine dining. A lot of American clients were sometimes, they arrived, they were jet lagged, and they wanted to enjoy a nice meal, but without having like to dress up or, you know, to spend 2 hours for a proper fine dining experience. So again, this was something that was really very well received last summer. Just a small highlight on the team, 38 rooms, we have around 95 staff members. They are all very young, very passionate, very, our service is very, very attentive, like the details. Giovanni is our hotel painter. If you, as we hope one day, come and visit us, you will meet him in the corridors with his...
I meet him.
You might have, okay. Yeah, Paolo did with his 15 shades of white, and sometimes you find him staring at the white wall, and you don't know why, but there is a little scratch. So it's really, we are almost obsessed with details. And one of the feedback that the most popular feedback we get is that the property looks brand new, looks and feels brand new. This is very important. Un piano nel cielo is the fine dining option. This is all the way up on the 4th floor, and it's where Leopoldo, our young talented chef from the area, expresses his skills in a more like with a more gourmet touch. I always like to say that if you go for a fine dining experience at Un piano nel cielo, it's not just a question of you know, of good food, of excellent produce, but it's really the experience itself from the side, you feel almost like you were suspended between sky and sea, and it's really something that our guests at least do once during the stay with us. Casa Angelina has always been very well known for its amazing breakfast spread, even with pasta in the morning. Now, last year, I mean, we had to adapt to the COVID protocols in place. So we have reimagined our buffet breakfast and made it into a table breakfast. However, the experience again was really exactly very, very, very close to what you can get from the buffet, because with the chef, we picked up the most iconic pieces, items, and made it into a really like gourmet type of breakfast in the morning with lots of different offerings, everything served at the table. Hopefully this summer we will be able to have the buffet again, but if not, this has been a very valid alternative. Last but not least, the rooftop terrace. This was another big enhancement we did last year, and we have made this area into really a private dining option. It's made of 2 different levels. As you can see on the bottom level, there is another multi kitchen where the chef does these live show cooking experiences. He meets the guests, explains what produce we have available that specific day, and he creates like a one-to-one menu. And then we have implemented a brand new glass elevator that takes you all the way up. And this is really my favorite thing from last year, because it's a fantastic experience to go all the way up, almost like going halfway to heaven. And it's very popular for, as I said, we have a lot of couples, so so many people book it, even just for 2 people, up to 20, 25 people if we have small intimate events, destination weddings. And it's very popular also to non-resident guests. So also sometimes guests staying in other properties nearby or renting villas in Praiano, they book it, and it's completely on your exclusive use. This is the new bar. As I said, we moved it from where it was before to now it's in a lobby lounge. So it's even more a homely type of interactive place. And like our lifestyle is reflected very much also into everything we do, as I said before. So even our small boutique, the uniforms, well-being, again, as another is one of the other things that we focus very much on. There is now the possibility. Last year we made it. We made this corridor into the rock, so that from your room you can go all the way down to the fitness and relaxation area without going by the reception. And in the morning we do private yoga, Pilates sessions on the garden terrace. And you know, it's nice because even if you stay for 2 or 3 nights, you can exercise with always with this beautiful view, which makes a difference, because normally like fitness rooms are always in basements. And we have a couples massage room, treatment room. So there is not a spa, but anything that you could need. So here we are at the end. There's many people tell us when they go away, when they leave, Casa Angelina is really a little slice of heaven. It's very, very different from what you normally have on the Amalfi Coast. Therefore, if you have any clients that are much more into this understated chic type of design, I'm sure that they will be not disappointed. We are part of small luxury hotels of the world. We are a virtuoso property. American Express fine hotels and resorts, and of course, I mean, you have Tracy there on site. That is the extension of our sales team. So she's always very happy to be taking any any questions. And of course, now that we've met, even if just virtually, I hope that we can be in touch. Thank you.
I personally can't wait, as I'm sure everybody else, I cannot wait to visit and see the 2020 editions. I was so excited last year, as we all were. And so hopefully everything works and we can all get there this season. A couple of questions that came up. Michelle asked if there was still the wonderful guide there. And I'm not sure, Michelle, maybe you want to ask her if you unmute.
It's going back to, hi.
Okay.
Oh,
You once sent me a printed guide that had all kinds of information about your property and the area and excursions. Do you still have that? And is it updated? Can we please get them?
Of course, Michelle, we have a new updated version, and I'll be very happy to send everything through to you. Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I think, Michelle, you also asked about the cancellation policies for the fall.
Right, because what if people want to book now for like August, September, with their fingers crossed that we're going to be able to travel to Italy then, but then they can't? What are the cancel policies?
We are being much more flexible, and we are, first of all, I mean, we are reducing, normally we are applying, instead of 30 days, 15 days, the possibility to cancel. But then we also have something else in place, and if the cancellation should be related to COVID-19 force majeure, then any like cancellation clause would be waived.
Did you have any other questions, Michelle?
I want to visit.
We all do.
We want to.
Hopefully soon. A lot of people have asked if I can send them a link so that they could post some of these beautiful pictures on social media. And I said I will do that. Just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, that would be, if anyone wants some specific pictures, I'll be happy to send via WeTransfer a proper selection, so they can use them as they like.
Question from Florence. She's asking what the starting rates are for the season.
Starting rates for, let's say, what we call our like peak demand season, normally from June to September, it's 750 euros plus VAT, including breakfast.
And Aaron asked if it can be booked via GDS, which yes, it can.
Yeah, the LX code. Yeah.
And maybe if you could repeat all of the consortia, because he is asking about part of any consortia.
Yes, we are part of Virtuoso, American Express, Fine Hotels and Resort, and resorts, the select program. What else, Tracy? Remind me, because Frost, really the
Yeah, virtual
main
luxury, FHR.
yeah. What else? Okay, travel leaders, which has now
Right, that's,
the,
yeah.
yeah. All the,
No, I think that's it. That's enough. It's enough to keep track of. So does anyone else have any questions? A few other people have also asked to get that information on the guide. So maybe Anna Rita, if you just send me that and I'll send it along to.
I will send you that. It's better, so you can distribute.
Yeah. And I will also send the link to images, and feel free to post it on social media. No questions for Anna Rita? Okay, well, I know it's late and she needs to drive that windy road that we all know in Positano and the Amalfi Coast. So I believe that she is going to sign off.
Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, sorry about this, but as I said, it's when the hotel is closed, it's a little bit challenging to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the hotel is going to be closing down too, so she would be sitting in the dark. But drive safely, Anna Rita. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, everyone.
And if anybody has any other questions for Anna Rita, just let me know and I will get those answers for you.
Okay.
So,
thank you. Thank you all. Ciao, ciao. Grazie, Paolo.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Stay safe. Now we have the pleasure of Pier Paolo Toretti. He is going to introduce Therasia Resort and Spa, which we're very excited has just joined Leading Hotels of the World. So we're pretty excited about that. And then what I will say is there is another property, Botania Relay and Spa, which is a great little property in Ischia. Great alternative to Capri, and it's a very special little property. So let's see after the Therasia Resort if anybody wants to stick around, and I think Pier Paolo would be happy to do the Botania.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so it's all yours.
Okay, hi everyone. Okay, okay. I leave you with just a 1 minute video, just so to give you the idea of the property and on the location, and then we move on the presentation. I would just. Okay, this is so some views, some of our parks, so the islands, our lobby, the spa. This video was done before the COVID. Okay. Okay, now we move on the presentation. I explain where we are. We are located on the Aeolian Islands. We are just part of Leading Hotel of the World since last month. We moved from the SLH to Leading Hotel. And then here we are. So we are located in this group of the island, are called Aeolian Island. Is in the northeast part of Sicily. And then the closest international airport for us is Catania. And then we are very well connected from the airport of Catania or from Taormina, where we have many guests share the stay, and then we have the chance to organize the transfer with the helicopter, private car, and then public boat, so the HYDRPOOL, or with the private boat too. The journey is approximately from the airport of Catania. It's about 1.5 hours by car to Milazzo, and then 45 minutes to reach the island of Vulcano, where we are. As you can see, the Aeolian Islands are heritage of UNESCO, and then that's the reason why are still natural. The island of Vulcano is the island where we are located. We are located directly on the sea here. It's only 21 square kilometers, and then living there approximately 1,000 people. That's the reason why the island is still natural. It's like an 8, and then you can see there are 2 beautiful bays where are located 2 beautiful beaches. One on this side is a hot water beach, and then on the other hand, there is a beautiful beach overlooking the sunset. But all around the island, there are beautiful beaches or caves reachable only by the boat. Then that's the reason why they're so exclusive. Or another way to discover the island is walking around, because it's possible to walk, or discover a nice fisherman village, hike the volcano. It's not active. It's only 45 minutes to reach the top. And then from the top, there is an amazing view. This is the hot water beach. And then close to this beach, there is a natural mud bath. It's so funny, and then it's so good for the skin to do that. And then it's very well connected, the center of the island, and then the closest beach with our shuttle bus service is a free of charge for our guests, and then it's every hour. And then here we have our property. The location of the resort is unique because it's the only hotel from where it's possible to see all the other islands, sunrise and sunset. And then we have 2 outdoor fresh pools. One is heated, from where it's possible to enjoy beautiful sunset. That's one of the most iconic moments during the day. But from the property, it's possible to see the sunrise too. Is unique. And then in addition, we have other 2 seawater pools located on the way to reach our private beach. We have a rocky beach, is free of charge, is exclusive for the hotel guests, where we have the sunbed, the umbrella, and then the towers. Are so exclusive, so intimated, so private, because we have done a big renovation. We have reduced the room numbers last year in 2020 from the 85 to 70 rooms. We have connect 2 rooms and then create a new category of room. From everywhere of the resort, we have an amazing view on the island, like of Lipari is just in front of us. We have a beautiful garden house, and then we use this space for organize the event too. We have a beautiful palm garden. The people are surrounded of the nature because where is located the hotel is only the hotel. In total, the room are 70, are breaking down in 9 categories. This is our entry-level room. It's a superior room with a beautiful garden lounge patio view. That's the view. From some rooms on the top floor, it's possible to see the volcano. And then we have the comfort room with the balcony and a nice sea view. And then this is the newest room we have created last year. We have connected 2 rooms and then created this room with a nice living area, and then a huge terrace overlooking the garden, and then on the side the sea too, with a nice bathroom with a big working shower too. Then we move on the room with the sea view, like our deluxe room with the sea view and terrace. It's like a living room outside, where the people have the chairs with the table, the sunbed, where they can stay outside relaxing and take the sun, with an amazing view on all the islands. We have the junior suite with a nice balcony or sea view, or we have our master room with the nice hydropool on the terrace and overlooking the sea. We have 3 different types of suite. This is the main one. And then from the next year, we have other 2 new suites. Luigi will be, our owners will be go down to the property on the next week because we have to create other 2 new suites to be on the top highest floor with an amazing view. I'm talking the suite where we have a terrace, like about 45 square meters terrace with an amazing view on the sunset. This is the Stromboli suite. Is a suite we already have with the 2 nice bathrooms. And then in addition, we have our Panarea suite. Is a 2 double bedroom suite with the 3 terrace. And then in one of these terraces, they have the private area where they can have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Is a private area. Is just a private where they have the table and they can stay there and then have a lunch, dinner as they like. In the property, we have 4 restaurants. The first one is the Arcipelago, is our main restaurant. And then from this year, we decide to remain open only for the breakfast, because we have reduced the room numbers. We have decreased the capacity of the restaurant, but we create another 1 restaurant. But we use this one as the American buffet breakfast. This picture was done before the COVID, but we have all the buffet area is equipped for the COVID. We have everything for that. And then this is our very informal restaurant. This is the Grusoni. It's overlooking on the pool, and then it's open all day long. It's a very Mediterranean restaurant. We serve pizza, pasta, grilled dishes, and then it's open from 11 o'clock to 11 in the night. And then in addition, this is our newest restaurant. We have opened just 2 years ago. It's called the TENERUMI. It's the first vegetarian restaurant of the Aeolian Island. As you can see from the pictures, the people are sit on the ground on this beautiful pillow. Then it's open only for the dinner, because the sunset moment is a magic moment for stay there and then have a dinner. It's very intimate. We have only 4 tables, maximum 10 people. The last but not least is our Michelin star restaurant, Il Cappero. It's a very gourmet restaurant. It's overlooking on the sea, with only 9 tables, with a very young chef, where we reinvent all the Sicilian recipes. This is our wedding area, where we can organize a small wedding, or we have a meeting space too. And then we have 2 bars. One is inside of the lobby, and then it's open only for the aperitif during the night, with an amazing view on the pool and on the sunset. And then the other one is called the Irussuri. It means red light, so it means the sunset light, so in Sicilian words, because it is a nice view. It's open all day long, it's on the pool, and then it's our snack bar restaurant too. We have a beautiful spa. The use of a spa is free of charge, and then the guests can use the indoor heated pool, the sauna, Turkish bath, the gym. We have a nice space outside for the sunset massage, and then we have a nice spot for walking around. It's about 1 kilometer. There are many activities on the island they can do, and then they can book with us, like rent a quad bike, see the island by the boat, trekking, enjoy the wellness mud bath, diving, or we organize the Malvasia wine tasting in a very small winery on the island, goat cheese tasting, because there is a goat cheese producer on the island, or the gem tasting too. But we have not to forget, we have other 6 islands to discover. Lipari is very close to us. It's only 10 minutes by boat. There are a beautiful museum, a nice church to visit, a nice way for the shopping too. But one thing has not to miss is go to Stromboli. Stromboli is one of the 2 active volcanoes in the Mediterranean Sea. As you can see here, there is an eruption. The eruption are every 12 minutes. But the best moment to foresee is the sunset. And then we organize a night excursion with the boat. The boat stop here, just you can see some smaller boat there, and then wait for the sunset and wait for the eruption. Or it's possible to hike. The people go, but it's mandatory to have a guide for this excursion. Or Salina is so nice because they produce the very famous Malvasia sweet wine. Panarea is the smallest one, is only 3 square kilometers, but all around the Panarea there are very small islands, and then it's so nice to take a smaller boat and going around and move and discover this very exclusive island, very exclusive rocks too. And then we move to the last two islands, are Filicudi and Alicudi, are my favorite because they are so wild. If you consider on Alicudi living only 80 people, there are no road, and then that's the reason why they use the donkey for move around, and then to reach the village, as you can see from this picture, is on the top of the hill. And then this is the Therasia. We are a member of leading hotel of the world. We are in the select program, and then on the Frost too. Okay, this is the Therasia. And then I don't know if there are some questions, or I can also to the Botania too. Tracy?
Okay. Okay, thanks, Pierpaolo. We did have a couple of questions. We were actually, they're also asking for images for social media.
Sure.
So
Okay.
make sure that everybody gets those. If you want to send me any particular ones, I have some images, but maybe some of them.
Okay, yeah, sure. I have to send to you the newest one.
Yeah. Did anybody else have any questions? I think that was the only one that I saw in the chat, but if anyone has questions, feel free to.
It's not an adult only.
Richard had clients there in October 2019.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's not adult only. We are thinking for the 2020. But so for 2022, because we have the other sister property we have in Ischia is an adult only. Is not for the family with the small children, but because for the location of the property, because we are on the hill, we have 55 steps to reach our private beach, a rocky beach, but there are sandy beach nearby our property is only 700 meters. Yes, sure. We have the protocol of the COVID-19 requirements, and then we respect all the the Italian law, and then some pictures are of the last year, not this year, because we have not done many pictures this year because we are thinking it's not the real life. And then we don't want to show like the buffet breakfast on that way, but we normally, so the average stay with us is about 4 or 5 nights because the people have the chance to relax, but have the time to visit the other islands. It depends for the boat because we have a private boat they can ride and then they can drive themselves, or we have the big yacht or the sharing boat they can with the COVID restriction they have limited access, but normally we suggest to take a boat with the skipper and then moving around for discovery. The free shuttle bus service is scheduled every hours. We start at 6:30 in the morning, and then in the peak season we finish at about 1:30 in the night. And then it's every hour, more or less. But if the guests have to wait 1 hour, we normally do extra shuttle bus course because the center is not far. It's about 2 kilometers.
Right. Are there any other questions for Therasia? Okay, then I'm going to ask if anyone would like to do to hang in for a quick presentation on Botania Relay and Spa. It will be
will be very quickly.
Yes.
Okay. Fantastic.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
Okay.
All
Perfect.
yours.
Okay, the Botania Relay Spa is a new property, is a new 5-star property, and then we are located on the island of Ischia. Ischia is an island of the Gulf of Naples. This property is an adult-only property. The children are welcome from 12 years old. And then here we are, is this big island of the Gulf of Naples. We are not far from Capri. It's about 1 hour by boat, and then 1 hour or so from the Amalfi coast too. We are very well connected during the season to the Amalfi coast, but all year round from Naples, there are many hydropools during the day. And then the journey from Naples, it's 45 minutes and 20 minutes from the airport. We can provide for the transfer service and then so to reach the island and to reach our property, or to reach the Amalfi coast or the other property all around the Naples or Capri too with the private boat. The Ischia, it's quite big, it's 47 square kilometers. There are so beautiful beach all around. This is the closest beach to the property. It's called the San Montano. It's only 300 meters far from our property, but all around the island there are more or less 20 different beaches. Beautiful church so to visit, a nice museum, nice fisherman village like Sant'Angelo, or beautiful thermal park because we have the spring water, we have the thermal water on the island. Beautiful botanical garden, a nice castle too.
It's usually not on fire.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a repetitive feast. And then here we have the resort, our property. Is a spread out property, are 12 villas inside the 3-hectare park garden. And then inside we have the restaurant, all the rooms, and then all the facilities. The people are surrounded of the nature, the flowers. We have a beautiful organic farming inside. We have a nice vegetarian restaurant. We have this outdoor heated pool is a 34 degree. We have a beautiful amphitheater inside. And then there is a nice walking path inside the property for walk and then discovery. We're moving up. In total, we have 50 guest rooms, breaking down in 8 categories. This is the entry-level room. Here, the difference between the room is the size. But if you consider the smallest one, it's 35 square meters. This is the premium room. It's about 40 square meters. And as the Therasia, we have done some renovation on the rooms. We have connected from 2 rooms and then we have created 1 room. Like so for this premium, or we have created a new junior suite too. We have a nice master room with the jacuzzi pool outside on the terrace and overlooking the garden. We are not directly on the sea, but we are not far from the sea. This is one of our new junior suites with a nice, very big bathrooms with a very big walk-in shower. And then this is the junior suite with the jacuzzi pool outside. It's on the top floor. This room is very particular because on the ground floor there is the rooms, and on the top floor there is the jacuzzi with an amazing view on the Gulf of Naples. We have a beautiful suite called the Lavanda with a nice private garden where the guests can have a breakfast or can have a lunch or dinner. And then this is the new suite we have created this year. It's a 2 double bedroom suite plus a nice terrace, and then on the rooftop there is a private terrace where they can have where they can take a sun. Or we have a 2 double bedroom suite, is called the Suite Hortensia. It's quite big because there are 2 double bedroom plus a nice living room, and then a beautiful terrace equipped with the jacuzzi pool and then view on the Gulf of Naples. We have 2 restaurants inside of the property. One is the Corbezzolo, is a very typical Italian restaurant where we serve breakfast, and then breakfast is very important too at this property. We have more or less 400 different things, lunch and dinner. And then we have the Mirto, is a vegetarian restaurant too in the property, because we have an organic farming inside the property. And then we are organizing organic farming course for our guests for the next season. And then we have 2 nice bars. One is called the La Grotta, is in an old wine cellar. And then the other one is close to the pool. We have a new spa. We have completely renovated the last year with the 2 beautiful indoor heated pool, a natural sauna, and then 4 cabins for the treatments. And then the use of spa and then the gym is free of charge for our guests. We have free yoga classes and Pilates classes in the morning for all our guests. And there are many activities to do on the island, like visit the beautiful garden or the wellness thermal park, visit the museum, winery. There are beautiful concerts all day around the island. There are many ceramic producers on the island. And then it's so beautiful. And then, as I said before, we are very well connected with the Amalfi Coast. Procida was nominated last year, like so, the Italian culture capital for the 2022, and then it will be for the next season a night hydrofoil from Ischia to Naples. So to give the chance to the people to visit this very beautiful and then authentic island. It's only 10 minutes by boat, and then I recommend to visit Procida because it's a very, very beautiful island too. Or Pompeii, or visit Capri, and then we are a very good alternative of Capri in terms of the price, because if you consider our entry-level room, starting so rack rates in the low season about from 250 euro, and then if you consider our top suite in the peak season, rack rates it's about 800 euro per night, including breakfast, including VAT. And then we are on the select program and then on the frosh too.
Thank you, Pierpaolo.
Yeah.
Richard had a question about music at
okay, we organize weekly a weekly concert at the amphitheater. It depends on the week and on the season. Normally we start in the middle of June, because the weather is more sure. And then we opened this property on 2010, but we have completely renovated in the last 2 years. And then we are continuing to do the renovation. We are creating another restaurant. It will be on the top of the hill because we have a small hill inside. And then it's not sure, but the owner probably create in the middle of the nature 2 natural pools. On the top of the hill, we have a beautiful hill inside, overlooking the Gulf of Naples. But I'm waiting when it will be finished, because I don't know yet. But the restaurant, they are working quite fast. And then I think it will be ready for the next month.
I wanted to also add, as far as music, there is music nightly at the bar at La Grotta. And that's kind of special because the property itself has a feeling of you're in your own little community. It's just very exclusive and it's just warm and cozy. And when you're walking back from dinner, if you dine at the restaurant or at the property, when you're walking back from dinner, you're almost drawn in because there's music playing at La Grotta. And, you just, most people will stop and have a drink and listen to some music before they go back to their room. So that's kind of nice too.
Yeah.
And then you can also walk to the beach, Pierpaolo.
Yeah, 300 meters far from the beach. And then the closest pier, so for the hydrofoil to Naples, is Forio. It's about 3.5 kilometers far from the property. And then when we have the free shuttle bus service to the port, or from the port of Ischia, where there are many hydrofoil. From the Amalfi coast, it's about 1 hour and 10 minutes with the boat, with the speedless boat, with the hydrofoil, from Ischia to the Amalfi coast, to Amalfi and Positano too. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, it was 10 years ago when it was called the Garden and Villas Resort, with Raul probably.
Yeah, it is. There is just so much to do there, and it's so much more authentic than Capri, which has become so touristy. But anyway, there was one of the. Oh, you can also walk into La Colomana.
Yeah. Aquameno, it's not 500 meters, but
Yeah.
we have the free
You
shuttle
have
bus
the shuttle,
service.
but you could just
Yeah.
go into town.
Yeah, it's only you have to cross the road. There are few steps, and then you are in the middle of the Piazza Isabella. It's on the town, and then there is a nice way for shopping. There are many beautiful restaurants too.
Yeah. Are
But
there any
Ischia
other
is
questions?
very convenient, and then it's a very good alternative because on the island of Ischia there are more or less 500 different restaurants, from the typical trattoria, so the 2 Michelin star restaurants, for the nice way for the shopping, so to the authentic place, and then a nice fisherman village, and then it's still authentic.
Yeah, yeah. And there's 7 different
Yeah,
distinct towns around the island, which so that it's not as crowded as again as Capri might be. People spread out. Any other questions?
Thank you. I have to bounce off, but this was great. Really appreciate it. Thanks,
Really
everybody.
appreciate
thank you,
taking
Richard.
the
Thank you
time,
so much. Thank you for your time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao. So if there aren't any other questions, I will send a map of Ischia, Michelle. And I'll probably send one to everybody on the call. But if there aren't any more questions, I'm going to let everybody sign off. Again, I really appreciate the time. Truly, I know these days, these things are just nonstop. So thanks so much. And it's good to see everyone. Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you to everyone. So to be here.
Yes. And
Okay.
hopefully we can get to Italy this summer.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, I'm waiting for you. Thank you so much. Thank you.